everybody, it's Melissa Chi here today to bring you another Tamagotchi video. Today we're going to be talking about my first version I ever got to experience as a kid, the Tamagotchi V2. Now as you can see, I have quite a number of V2s. I actually own more V2s than any other Tamagotchi in my collection. These two right here are some childhood Tamagotchis. This one is also a childhood Tamagotchi, but it's actually a replacement because the other one that I owned a long time ago, the middle button got chewed off and broke, so I wanted to go replace it. But yes, this is my very first Tamagotchi I ever owned in terms of the design. And I really liked it because it was really unique, and I actually have a very funny story about this one. So if I show you this one, these two are really special to me because this one is the first Tamagotchi I ever owned, like the first design, and the first one that brought me into the world of Tamagotchi. But this is the design that I first fell in love with. And it's really funny because when I was a little kid, like I think I was like 10 years old, this was back in 2005, and I remember going into the store and spotting this one and being like, I really want this one, and I was just about to buy it when this one took my attention away, and then I bought this one instead because I really like it because it's called Cobalt Blue, but to me at the time, and still kind of today, it just looked like a really dark purple, and then the purple buttons and the logo, and nobody at my elementary school had this design. I had seen this one and the daisy one and the candy ones, but this one was like really cool. I'm like, whoa, this is so cool. Nobody has this. It's different. I want to be different because that's who I am, the different weirdo girl. So yeah, this is my very first Tamagotchi I owned, and what a way to get introduced to Tamagotchi because the V2 is a very cool Tamagotchi, and I definitely will recommend it for anybody who is getting into Tamagotchis to get a hold of this one, and I'm going to explain why. So one of the reasons why I really like the V2 is because there's many different kinds of shell designs, ranging from really cutesy to really cool and minimalist. And just the colors on these are really pretty. Sorry. Yeah, as you can see, I'm a very big fan of pinks and purples and blues and the toasty colors like that peachy beige color. So yeah, I really like them too because the backgrounds are really pretty too. So let me see if I can get a close-up on this. So we have the heart window background, which is a big favorite amongst the community. Then we have the blue number background. And then this one's my favorite for some reason, the purple and green checkered pattern. I don't know why, but I've always loved that background, and I guess because this is my very first Tamagotchi I own, maybe it has a special place in my heart. And then this one is one of my favorite designs. I just really love it. It's modeled after the Japanese V1 or Tamagotchi Plus as it's known in Japan, but the V2 is just really fun, and I'm going to be going over in it in just one moment. Perhaps one of the biggest reasons why I really love this version is because there's such a unique and diverse character roster. There's cutesy characters, exotic characters, sci-fi characters, and there's even throwback characters like Zuki-chi, Jinjiro-chi, Pochi-chi, Kusachi, and there's also version exclusive characters too, like Butterfly-chi, Flower-chi, Whale-chi, Kaero-chi, Tora-chi. It's really fun playing this version because you never know exactly what you're going to get, and there's something for everyone. It's not just an incredibly feminine version. It's actually gender neutral in my opinion. Another thing I really like about this version is there's a lot of fun items to play with. Things like dressing up your Tamagotchi, fun sportsy items like the skateboard, and my favorite item definitely has to be the UFO. There's also really cute costumes too. This is especially useful if you get a character that you don't particularly like. There's also a lot of cute random animations that can happen throughout the day, such as your Tamagotchi watching TV or singing and dancing. Another thing I really like about this version is the treat function. Every time you feed your Tamagotchi a treat, it fills up 1 hungry heart and 2 happy hearts. So you can see right now she's kind of low, but if we give her a treat, both are filled up, which is so cool. In other versions, what wound up happening is they moved all these food items and they combined them with meal or snack. Personally, I really love the treat function when you just need to feed your Tamagotchi and raise both meters at the same time. Last but not least, another cool thing about this Tamagotchi is it was the first one to introduce secret codes that you input into the shop. Hair gel. Now there is one thing about this version that's a little bit tedious. When you first start out, the games that you have to play with don't exactly earn you a lot of money. Like jump, for instance. Jump is difficult to win because you have to have good reflexes. See? Oh. And you don't really win a lot of money if you don't jump very far. And the only way you can get a perfect game is you have to weigh no more than 3 pounds. So this is not exactly the best game to start off with as a kid. And then there's Bump. Oh. Bump is a really weird game because it's a game of chance and there's no way to really win it, and you can't really win it that easily. You kind of have to weigh a bit more, and you can fill up the bar, but even if you fill it up really high, you don't exactly win. Oh, but I won that time. It gets really hard each round to win each time. See. And then there's this game, and this game's not super hard, but sometimes the ball will fall fast and you kind of have to react quickly, so if you don't, then you can't really win. This is the best way to win it, though, is to keep moving your Tamagotchi back to the center. See, that one fell really fast. Might actually win, though. We'll see. I think you have to hit the ball 20 times to win. Oh, I won. Cool. But if you get a perfect game, though, look how much you win. Wah, wah, wah. That's not really that much. The best way to gain money is when your Tamagotchi becomes an adult. So with the all games you have to weigh a bit more. So with the slots, so every time you get a circle, you get a lot of money. More circles you get, the most money you get. 3 circles get you 900. Also, another bit of a drawback is that in terms of growth, it takes a bit longer for it to grow than some of the newer models. Like with this Tamagotchi, it takes, I think it's 97 hours for it to become an adult. So it's like 1 hour from baby to toddler, 24 hours from toddler to teen, and then I think from teen to adult it's 72 hours. So yeah, if you're used to your Tamagotchi evolving by the time it's like 3 or maybe even sooner, like on the Music Star, then, you know, that's a little bit annoying, but some people really like having their Tamagotchi slowly grow so they can enjoy all the stages of life. I'm a bit indifferent to it. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I'm like, grow up to an adult already. Oh, and last but not least, another thing I should mention about this version is, it's not exactly a version that can handle abuse. Like, if you neglect your Tamagotchi more than like 2 or 3 times, then your Tamagotchi can die. And it's not a Tamagotchi that you can leave alone for a few hours. Like, actually, once a Tamagotchi passed away on me because I left it alone for 1 hour, and when I came back, it was gone. So yeah, that's a little bit of a letdown. But it's not the hardest Tamagotchi to take care of either. Like, compared to the original Tamagotchis, it's pretty straightforward. Like, you just keep the hearts up, you know. Like, it handles abuse better than the original, and it's not as, it doesn't call for attention as much as the original, but it's not made to, like, take abuse, so just keep that in mind. And depending on how many times your Tamagotchi has missed its care or whatever, like when you don't attend to it, it affects its growth. So this Tamagotchi I didn't take care of very well. I think he had about 4 or 5 care mistakes. He actually almost died, but I was able to save him by doing the reset trick, which is when you put you put a bobby pin or something small into the thing, and right as it's about to die, it'll be flat on its face. And it'll be like flat on its face, there'll be a skull, and it'll be like dibba-da, 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 dibba-da. So while it's like that, you put your screwdriver or whatever sharp, or not sharp, but whatever small thing you have in there, and you hit it, and then it saves your Tamagotchi's life. But you have to be around your Tamagotchi to do that. Once it looks depressed and it's floating off screen, you can't really do anything. And thus concludes my Tamagotchi Connection V2 review video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more, or you can follow me at MelissaChi on Instagram if you'd like to see my daily logs about my Tamagotchi. Anyways, until next time, see you around, Tamagotchi people!